Welcome to the last part in the U.S.S. RIO GRANDE build series. As you can see, the base is completed. And yes, I am freehanding the camera right now, so it is a little bit shaky. There we have the power switch, turns the base off, and also the connector on which the model will sit. As you can see, we have the blue LED lights across. You will be able to tell the back corners are a little bit dimmer than the fronts. That's because of the light strips. We have a light strip here, one in the center, one at this side and one here in the center. So the corners are not as well lit as the rest of the sides. In the front I compensated that with an extra LED placed in the corner on both sides. But unfortunately I did not have 4 spare LEDs to do the same in the back. But having thought of that, it is the back, so no problem. As you can see here, if the camera will focus, yes, is that the mirror sits below a top glass plate, and the top glass plate also protects the light strips around the base. The top of this case is still removable. If you take off the top glass, you can just lift it out. Then you can pull up the lid a few millimeters. That way the mirror is pushed up, and then you can reach around the edge and pull up the mirror. And when the mirror is removed, we can just take off the lid as if there is nothing holding it back, because there isn't. Although I said this is the final, the model itself has not yet been completed as I'm filming this. So I will be able to show you the model as it is now, but later this video we will complete the model itself. So let's go and install it. Line it up with the connector, turn it horizontal and let it fall into place. Now it's still not glued, as I said, it's not yet complete. Still need to glue up the middle section, still need to add the decals and some paint details, and then give it a final coat of clear. But the nacelles are completely installed now, so the side collectors are in. Now it is balanced. I can even do this. And that's what I like, because now, without turning the base, we can take a look at all the details of the model. So, impulse engines, back windows, nav lights, anti-collision lights, impulse engines, side windows, chiller grills, again nav lights, on top warp core, impulse intakes, the side collectors, side windows and door, anti-collision light, and then going to the front, the two-tone cockpit with window inserts. And at the bottom of that, another collision light. And that way you can choose if you wanted to face it to the right or to the left. And what I like is, when watching in the mirror, you can see the anti-collision light and you can see all the details of the underside of this model. Well, what is still missing from the model? As I said, I need to glue it up because all the electronics are done. I need to make some decals for the striping, the registration numbers here and there, and I need to add some paint details, so just some panels and giving it a quick little darker color of gray. Also these pieces need to be different color, the phaser strips, and that way we get a little bit of more detail. After that I need to print. Yep, we need to print one more thing, namely the gold bands that go around the nacelles. So I will be printing that today. And after all that has been done and the decals are installed, then I go and clear coat the model to protect the decals, the paint, and give it a nice and even shine. So almost ready. Welcome back for the big reveal of the U.S.S. RIO GRANDE Runabout. As we can see, the model is fully complete and sitting on its base. All the decals have been applied, the gold bands have been installed on the warp nacelles, and the whole model has been coated with a clear coat that gives it a really nice shine. Also, some of the panels have been darkened with a slightly darker gray to give it just a little bit more depth. I'm very pleased with the results, and that's why I have decided that this model will be available on the internet. I have made a package with all the STL files you will need to print this model if you have a 3D printer at the exact same scale as this model. If the build plate of your 3D printer is smaller, you can of course scale down the model, but be advised, reducing the size can mean that you need different LEDs to light up the model. For now, I would like to thank everybody who has watched this video series, and again, it was a very nice project to build this model, and I am very pleased with it, and I hope to see some others on the internet building this model as well.